feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride away.
YSL Woody, and by the way, Woody, I do want to say, I think you're doing a good. He finally figured out, and obviously Charleston White is a little bit off the, he's a little bit too wild to kind of like do this, but Woody, instead of doing 20v1s and doing interviews on other platforms, finally uploaded an interview that looks like it was administrated by him, like he set it up on his own platform. Yeah, like some of these guys don't realize you're going around collecting these 10,000, 20,000. Yo, there's a few offers for me to do other people's platforms, and it's like wild amount of money. And the reason why I don't do too many people's platforms is because if you do everybody else's platform, it makes it harder for people to find your platform. And again, the moment you're not hot, everybody stops paying you. So you got to build your own platform with that. So I seen Woody do an interview, which I keep saying I think he's a likable guy, despite the fact, if you want to say he ratted. But he put up a video, and the reason why I think people like him is that he's not doing the 6ix9ine method saying, nigga, I ratted and so what? He's almost saying, hey, listen, yo, the streets put me in this position where I had to pick myself. I picked myself. I'm sorry for kind of what I did, and I do feel compassion for the people there. And he just comes off so human that you kind of can't even be that mad at him, right? Especially us, which the majority of people watching this aren't street niggas. Now, the street niggas supposed to hate him, but us, we kind of warm up to him after a while. Plus, he's funny.
In that courtroom and say one thing to Thug, what would that be?
I'm sorry. The pain, the suffering, everything I caused on him and his family. I wish I had the strength and the mindset I have now. I'll never forgive myself. I took him through a process that I should never took him through. Even though I know I'm not the cause of it, despite how any people may feel, it's wrong. If I knew that it would have did that, I would never be so evil as I was.
People walk in that courtroom.
Yeah, that's such an interesting thing, man. Now there's so many ways to look at this, right? Like some people are looking at it as, let's see, YSL Woody. I think his page is called like Woody versus Woody, right? Some people look at it and be like, yo, bro. And by the way, the thing he dropped is called Road to Redemption. And it's so interesting because I think some people look at it like, yo, nigga, how the fuck could you be saying that you feel bad for somebody when you put them in that position because you were telling on them, which I think that's the interesting part about it.
And I'm second guessing everybody.
Right.
Because months ago, it was just me.
Yeah.
Our community, all that.
That was a time. That was definitely a time.
Then when Trouble came out with that colors,
yeah.
You know what I mean? This when everything started to change. Like everybody started wearing colors, even me. Saying that way time we was on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a time.
On that wall.
Right.
A lot of times. A lot of
step ahead of these people because they don't have support and look never. Yeah. A friend of mine came up and said, hey, there's banks over there. I said, look, bro.
Wait, hold on.
So that's why I go and I show people. My cousin was before me.
Right.
I come with him.
Love church as a kid.
I did. Yeah. This preacher been knowing me all my life.
Wow.
Yes.
So mom and dad were both.
He's been in the church again?
Because my conscience won't allow me to.
Why you say that?
Because I have one.
A conscience?
Yes. I've been around people that don't have a conscience.
Yeah.
Well, you be like, dude, he really got a heart. And I gotta maintain an image in front of this person because if this person see any weakness, he might not have no heart towards me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure he didn't have a heart towards me. So it's just like, I had to carry myself in a different
months to Charleston White, bro.
Man, my life is so crazy, right? That the people that have died in my life, they're not just people that I know.
Yeah.
They're people I'm actually close with.
Love.
People that I wake up in the morning and ride, saying that way time we was on.
Okay. So yeah, I think people are kind of getting a little bit used to him, and obviously we're gonna have to see how things change when Young Thug comes out. I do have a suspicion that when Young Thug comes out, Young Thug is in jail angry. And I'm not saying this because I'm assuming. Because remember them voice notes that came out there was additional, like, Young Thug do not fuck with Gunna at all, okay? I would imagine, I don't know how he feels about him, because even the Gunna thing, he wanted to drop on the same day as Gunna. He wanted to shut Gunna down, even though Gunna's on his label making the money. Because he feels some type of way about Gunna, right? If he feels some type of way about Gunna, he feels some type of way about this guy. And I wonder, as Young Thug trial eventually concludes, will he come back out and just kind of, you know, probably after, you know, because he's been there for a while now, maybe not hate this guy as much, or just be like, yo, listen, you know, I can't even blame nobody else for why I was in the position I was in. I got to blame myself. And who knows, maybe he comes out and doesn't say nothing bad about Gunna and doesn't say nothing bad about him. But I remember that time, he was definitely trying to send a message to the public about Gunna, because he sent voice notes to Lil Baby, Lil Durk, and 2 other rappers. And those voice notes were supposed to be included. I think it was supposed to be included on like some interlude or something like that, but not the whole thing, because like he was aware that they were recording the voice note or the jail call. So I don't know. I think when Young Thug comes out, I would hope he's on probably the same thing, a road to redemption, where he doesn't hate these guys as opposed to realizing, yo, what comes with the streets is people telling on you. What comes with the streets is that your actions catch up with you. And you probably are going through what you went through because you probably also did some things. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. All right. What else been going on in this junk, man? Ice Spice. Yo, anytime Ice Spice is not doing music, the engagement's through the roof. It's so crazy. Yo, Ice Spice working out? Oh my God, people are going crazy. Ice Spice singing, people are like, Ice Spice could just walk across the street at this point and get more attention than her in the booth. Her doing one pull-up, bro, got more engagement than any song she could put out right now, at least on my page. I don't know what it is. But, okay, Rick Ross, no, actually, didn't Rick Ross speak about the music industry recently, too? Again, we're going to constantly be talking about this theme of the music industry kind of downsizing and things starting to shift because nobody's spending shit. Music, you could say, is not, popping as it used to be. And I guess we'll get into some of those. Charleston White did get out of jail, though. But before that, let me get to some interesting shit. And I know this is some Diddy shit, but I don't know. I found this interesting.